So the next thing then is actually the store. So, yeah, funny wee thing. It's the store. So there's new Orchestron rolls if you want to buy those. There's also the don't skip the story. I think this is something you can maybe see people use on there if they want an alt character.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want. But certainly your main, I would say, do not use these. Don't use them. It's like, I can certainly say this. As somebody who has played A Realm Reborn recently and also played, not Shadowbringers, not yet, but has played Heaven's Ward patch 2.4, like, don't go into Shadowbringers without playing through that content. And I'm sure there's other stuff that I haven't seen yet, but, I mean, yeah, right, look, that's just what I'll say in that one, for sure. So, yeah, now there's also the job boosts that are also half off. They'll get you up to 70, so, it's pretty quick. And I think, how much do they cost now, the job boosts? It's not that much.
I couldn't tell you.
We actually do not have it here.
Not giving us the prices.
It's only a few. Yeah. It's like £9 or something.
Don't want to advertise those, not yet.
So yes, the job boosts are very cheap. I could see a lot of people using those. Now the thing is, you do miss out on getting the job story. You do the boost, but can you new game plus?
I'm pretty sure you can new game plus it if
just
you
soups you up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that being something that people would use in a guild setting if they wanted to try a new job for their static or something.
Yeah,
but
that's actually an interesting thing. Is I would consider maybe not. Probably I would consider using this if not for the fact that Sage is going to be 70 at the Endwalker launch, because as it currently stands, the only healer I have is White Mage, but the other likely healer in our static is a White Mage main, and so I'm gonna have to end up leveling Sage in time for raid likely, because I'm not going to do that with Scholar because I don't like it very much so far. So it's a case where if they didn't do that, I would have to, but also if I didn't already have the groundwork of doing everything to 50, I'd be tempted to do it for Black Mage or Red Mage because I need the rule quest. But I've also now leveled, Gunbreaker. No, not Gunbreaker. The fuck, I got the tank name wrong. I've leveled Warrior and White Mage and Ninja and almost Samurai all to 80 in the past while. And now I need to get a mage up to finish the role quest before Shadowbringers.
I can see,
and I'm just
the swipe,
the swipe would be, the swipe would save me another couple of, basically another week or two of just doing my roulettes every day purely for XP, which is, I'm likely not going to do it because I'd rather just have the experience of playing the job, because that's, I guess I philosophically disagree with spending money to skip playing the game.
Yeah, I feel that way. It's I feel that way broadly as well, but then I remember back to, just... There's times where it's for the sake of, I really want to try Red Mage and see how it plays, and I want to know more classes and more MMOs. It's I can see the desire to do it, but I'm also so it's weird. It is what it is. It's kind of interesting. Overall, it is cheaper than WoW's similar offering, but it is also a more divided up thing.
Yeah.
But it's generally, people think, well, I mean, WoW's gets away with its boost, I think.
Even though they're so much more expensive.
They're so expensive. But broadly, the store acceptance, I'm really just beginning to understand that the store acceptance is so much down to how content are people with the quality and quantity of the content that they're getting. If they are generally happy campers, they might not like something, but they're not going to get super pissed off about it. Whereas in WoW, it's they might not like something, and they don't have that much else to convince them not to, go be angry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Especially, one thing that I think will be kind of minor is if you think about it in terms of the emotes or a long-term player, you have to remember that Final Fantasy XIV at its base price is cheaper than World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, that too.
It's cheaper at base, and if you're a legacy player like me, I could basically buy a lunar whale with my savings almost every 12, 15 months, just because I'm saving so much money from being on legacy. It's I could buy 4 emotes a year and be neutral versus not being legacy or versus playing World of Warcraft. So it's that kind of thing where that's one small part versus general happiness with the game and willingness to support. I just wish, and this is one thing that's really bugged me and I've not found it since, I've seen people talk for years now about how the Mog Station proceeds kind of have almost like a special agreement with the dev team that this money is like whatever they sell on MogStation is guaranteed within the realms of Square Enix to go back to development resources, which isn't going to be the case for, World of Warcraft a lot of the time.
Is that confirmed?
So that's the thing that annoys me. I've seen people say that. I 100% remember having seen that and confirmed it, found the post where it's confirmed, and then went, okay, I now believe that because I've seen the proof. But I've not been able to find that proof ever since. So I don't know if I've just imagined it or what's going on.
So
'cause I'd love to know if that was true. If
there's
anyone knows, please tell me. But
any Jamies in chat to pull that one up for us.
yeah, apparently there's a YouTube video of them saying it, and the EU data center was funded by MogStation. Apparently, so yeah. So apparently, it's Yoshi P talked about it when the store was announced. Okay, I'll have to go and find that for 100% confirmation, because that's another big thing that is like, if that's in the collective consciousness of players, they know their money's going somewhere as opposed to Bobby's yacht.
Boss Rush says Koji himself says it.
Coach himself says it. Okay, that's cool. That's very good.
Interesting.
Yeah, I am.
Well, people are.
Yeah.
I mean, with Activision Blizzard, it just doesn't. It does not feel like that. And whether that is true or not, what matters is how your customers feel, and seemingly they have been able to get their customers to feel the good way instead of the bad way.
Yeah. Also, I forgot that this game didn't have EU servers for a while. It's so funny that it still has such a big EU base, despite it being a bad experience for EU players for I can't remember how long. Because I'm trying to remember. I know I played NA because I was joining friends who were North American, but I can't remember if it was also there was no EU servers at the time.
Wow.
I can't remember. There were EU servers, but they weren't on an EU data center. They were for European people, but you still had dumb 120, 150 milliseconds lag. So you just suffered massively.
Was that ARR period or Heavensward?
I want to say that was ARR and maybe Heavensward.
Wow.
Maybe I was Heavensward. Yeah, Heavensward is when the EU servers come out.
Interesting. I'd love to see a comparison between EU and NA because it seems like the queue issues in NA are so much larger than EU. Because like I keep on hearing all these NA people are like, oh my god, I'm on Asmongold's data center and now I can't play the game.
Yeah.
And that's been so different to our experience. Like I maximum get a queue of 30 or 50 and it dissipates in like 20 seconds. So I don't know. Do we have any population numbers, or is there any way to make sense of that?
I don't know. What I would posit as a reason for that, assuming because I know it has a very big EU fan base.
Right.
I know that for sure. I don't know if there's a massive size difference. I'm sure the Lucky Bancho census maybe has split up across data centers, and that might be helpful. So I might take a look at that. But I think it's just I would imagine it's maybe just server sizes and capacities because they built the EU data center later, but I'm not sure. I see people.
I see people. If it's a newer data center.
Yeah, I see people suggesting stuff, so I will go and take a look. Actually, right now, in fact,
Crystal data center.
Yep.
Oh, hasn't had very big queues.
Yeah, XIV.
Ether
census.
never big queues.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You can just get status and statistics because they aren't ashamed of them.
Really?
Wild. Who'd have thought that? Christ. Yeah, so.
Interesting. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. America big. Yeah. So, I mean, there we go. Now, active characters, that is characters that have completed Shadowbringers MSQ 5.0. And this is also as of April 2020. So, that's the end game sorts of characters. But the thing is, the game is a lot larger now.
Oh, America's just got double the European population. Sweet.
Yeah.
I could have sworn the European population of this game was a lot bigger than what this appears to say. That's interesting.
There we go.
I guess I was just completely mistaken. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, interesting.
Well.
Oh, here's some visualized from the 11th of April 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the one of the level 60 and above.
Go to the census, but this might just be a bunch of data. Ah.
Yeah, that's the lucky.
It is Japanese.
Yep.
Which I can't
Yeah, so
read.
I mean, there you go. That image in the middle.
Yes, see, I know these numbers. I don't know anything else. I mean, I can imagine what LV80 is.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's level 80 people. That's what, 5.3 people.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, interesting. But I guess the tricky thing then is that the game has expanded
Yeah,
a
substantially
lot
since.
since that April.
Yeah, so that'll
So-
be. Yeah, I think the general numbers people are looking very much at. People are looking at the 2 point something to 3 million something number, generally speaking, but that is a very much where the actual source of that comes from is kind of like how many active characters are there, and then the free trial stuff's kind of wonky. So
Yeah, I want
it's
to.
impossible to know.
I
Basically,
want to see that in like March, next March.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like when people. Well, it's like those Shadowbringers numbers. I would like to see that, when there's enough time for all of the sprouts, because I think the vast majority of the new wave of sprouts are not at
Yeah.
5.0 yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll have to see. But interesting. Maybe someday we will do a
I mean, so well,
deep dive.
yeah, this is hard to say, but we do know that they have grown substantially quickly because we did have the numbers from the growth of
Yeah, we did.
registered accounts, which was 22 to 24 million, I think.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Wild numbers.
Yeah, indeed.
Good on them.
Yeah, no, good on them indeed. And man, I mean, I know what I'm going to be doing.
Yep.
3.5.
Yeah.
Then Stormblood. Then Stormblood patch. Then Shadowbringers. Then Shadowbringers patch. And hopefully we'll be able to have a quick little breather. And that'll be time to jump into Endwalker. Because, man, I'm on the fucking train.
Yeah, choo-choo.
Oh, dear. But, right.
Before we go, Iron Scamp has just told me that Sakaguchi has finished 5.0 already. What an
Jesus, that
actual
man is
madman.
fast.
I believe he said recently that he straight up just has stopped sleeping to play the game. Not stopped sleeping, but it's like he called it the kind of game you skip sleep to play.
Yeah, what a legend.
And I'm like, Sakaguchi, watch yourself, big man. You're getting on in here. It's like, look after yourself, and at this point, he lived like, I don't know, he lived all of his relics before fucking before it's time for Endwalker.
Well, he'll need a diet of
like-
vegetables and snowboarding.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's some creature, but I guess that's
If people don't know, by the way, that's like FF creator. Right,
that's
yeah.
Hironobu Sakaguchi, the original creator of the Final Fantasy series, and I
Jeez.
believe he directed either most of or all games up until 10.
Wow.
I believe, which is basically. Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking, how do you compare that in terms of like how many entries should he have in the video games Hall of Fame? And I think it's basically one for most of the games so far. It's completely wild. Like he said, he got emotional too hearing Eternal Wind again. Yeah, yeah. No, I was listening to bits of it at certain points for a video that's coming up, and honestly, I feel the same way. But I mean, obviously, it would mean a lot more to him being, that first coming out of Uematsu back in I guess it would have been like 1989. He would have heard it first, and they managed to set up the entire thing for FF3 being one of the solid groundworks for the entire series going forward.
Wild. And actually,
man.
on games, groundworks for things, we've got a video coming up soon. We'll very much like for Shadowbringers and Endwalker.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
It'll be a fun.
Yeah. Oh man, please, I don't think Sakaguchi's streaming it or recording anything, is he? I don't know, because if he is, I would absolutely want to watch
Yeah.
the 5.3 ending for that, because I feel like that man would basically sort of, I don't want to say he would just like cease existing, but he would like ascend. He would just be like, my work here is clearly done. Goodbye, everyone. Off he
The
goes.
shit I have heard about it. I mean, I know nothing. All I know is people's reactions. It's like people who I don't expect to have big emotional reactions to things are having them. So I don't know what's going on, but it could be pretty big.
Yeah, no, that'll be something else. Like, that'll be something else. But
Yes, right. It is just time for leaving. I've actually got a little bit of Halloweening to go and do this evening. Then back to my parents. I'll be like, "Hello, parents. Let's hang out." Also, I am going to be playing multiple hours of Final Fantasy XIV. So that's that. And then, man, we'll be into a real chunker for next week. We are going to have very tired throat, mouth boxes, larynxes, whatever the hell you call them.
Yeah, there's just the whole area of noise.
Oh, assuming a lot of speaking.
Yep.
Oh, a lot of speaking indeed. Oh, I'm really sleepy.
Yep.
Don't get too little sleep and then do a big coffee. Be like Yoshi P. Stop doing that. Go snowboarding. Eat vegetables.
Yeah, I mean, let's just completely ignore the fact that he's definitely underslept himself into the abyss for the past decade.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how it goes.
Oh, man. So, yes, before I basically keel over, thank you for hanging out, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for hanging out. We will be back at the same show next week. Hopefully some fun new things to talk about.
Yeah.
And, man, we've plenty of content on the way.
That we do.
So,
We do.
yeah.
Something that I'm very, very excited and terrified about. So,
Oh, hi. Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes.
So you'll see what that is soon. Great. All right. Good night, everyone. And
good night.
we'll catch you next time.